Oh no. No. What the fuck? Ah, okay. I sure gonna say. You see that what they did right there?
What it say?
Uh no, it says new screen when looking to level up. Check out your screen yard and get $10 discount.
Oh,
So I gonna say that's the IUIC shit there, man. Yeah, brothers. You know what I'm talking about? Donate.
God.
Yeah. Cash top at the bottom.
We don't got no booster club going on.
Right. Look. Like, and subscribe and share. Goddamn, like, damn. Then we do all that. You get down to the nitty gritty. You still gotta pay. You hear me? But yeah, y'all check the feed.
Cause we live.
Okay, come. Hey, shalom. All
Shalom.
right. All right. First and foremost, before we get started, and it knock bond out. We're gonna give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Wadash, Salaga.
gosh.
Okay, come. Yeah, boy, they knocked you out.
Yeah. I
It's
got a
all
phone
good.
call.
Okay, come. But I see you already had, uh, bless you, how about Shema Shai?
I did it with
Come.
y'all.
You want to say double honors to our elders, I got apostles, great millstone, GMS, who rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, man, the elect, want to say peace and blessings. All right, to the hopefully elect on the four corner, listen to truth and sincerity. All right, the great song. All right, with the GMS tickets count, I'm brother Nabah, and who I have with me.
Hey, the brother, you know Allah.
Hey, I'm the brother Bontalamai.
I just come with a midweek special. All right, through the spitting power of the How about Shema Shai. All right, who give us the inspiration and motivation to do so. All right, for the evil times to come. As you see the title of the lesson, Babylon is falling. All right, and when you say Babylon is falling, automatically it ties into the trouble that's coming upon the earth. All right, as the Most High Yahweh have orchestrated this in this time. When you go to Second Esdras 4, it says by measure how he measured the time, and by number how he numbered the time. All right, but he will not move nor stir to those set measures be fulfilled. And now we're in the fulfillment of prophecy as Babylon the Great is falling, man. All right, and it started by this word going forth, all right, as the power of the tongue, which is speaking these things to existence, man, as the Heavenly Father required through the prophets to come out here week in, week out, in season, out of season, man, to prophesy and speak against Mount Seir. All right, so we're going to get straight into it. Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters be edified. While we lay the law down, man, and Babylon is falling. You can't tell. You can't
Yep.
see. All right. Even the Edomites know that. This great old USA. Look at the food. You know what I'm saying? Look at the water. Look at the resources. Look, you know what I'm saying? When you walk out the earth, the environment, everything is tainted. You see? So Babylon is falling, man, on a larger scale than we actually think or see or feel. So you got it, brother. We'll get straight into it. I ain't fucking devil worshiper, man. Go ahead.
Con. This the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. Starting at the top, it says, Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that raise up against me a destroying wind.
Yeah, and that destroying wind going to them thermonuclear missiles. because that's the end of Babylon. All right, which is America, which is the lake of fire, man. All right, but that's the Most High Yahweh. When you go into Revelation, all right, the 17th chapter, it tell you who he going to use those missiles to destroy Babylon the Great. And also Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, all right, it tell you who he going to use. Remember, Proverbs 26 said the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. So when you talk about the king, you're talking about Poon Jo Young. You're talking about Balaam and Pruden. All right, you're talking about these different kings that set up in these different countries. All right, and they're gonna get what? They're gonna shoot missiles upon Babylon and Great because the Lord gonna put it in their spirit to do so, to fulfill prophecy. All right, so that destroying wind represent those thermonuclear missiles, man. You got it.
And it says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall
Right?
empty her land.
Woo!
For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
There you go. You see that? And that's why we taught the lesson Babylon is falling. And I went into Google and typed in Babylon is falling meaning. It said the phrase Babylon has fallen means the total destruction and judgment of a powerful worldly system that opposed God, right? And it mentioned Revelation 18 and 2. But when you go down, it says the prophecy is the book of Revelation, Babylon, represent a corrupt global system of false religion, greed, and immorality. The many Bible teachers believe it represents an end time political and economic system that turns away from God and faces sudden judgment. Now,
Mm-hmm.
we know it's talking about America, all right? And you can grab it in Jeremiah 51. Babylon had became a golden cup in the Lord's hand. And it's going to tie into their worldly system. Brother, got it?
51
It
and
broke up a little bit. What you asking for?
No, Jeremiah.
What you say?
Let me,
It kind of broke up
50,
on my end.
Jeremiah 51. I'm there.
Oh yeah, that's what we read. It's
yeah, it said
verse
Babylon
7.
had became a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Oh yeah. All right. This
That's
is
7.
con.
Yeah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
There you go. So when they go down into the world system, it said many Bible teachers believe it represents an end time political and economic system that turn away from the Most High and faces sudden judgment. All right, because when you go into Second Thessalonians, it said, "He that is coming is out the working of Satan with all power and sign and lying wonders." So this ties into the beast system. You see that? Because Babylon, which is America, have went out throughout the whole earth, all right, with about what? The means of his philosophies,
Mm-hmm.
all right, his democracies, his lies, all right? Job 9:24 said the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, keep on going.
Con. Verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, if so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For
That's
her
it.
judge, yep,
Go there, you go, you got it.
yep. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
There you go. Now you know that they ain't talking about ancient Babylon,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Because ancient Babylon still exists. That's the modern day Iraq. So what Babylon is talking about is talking about America, which is spiritual,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Babylon, which is known as the daughter of Babylon, all right? And going back to the phrase, it said the total destruction and judgment of a powerful worldly system that opposes the Most High. Because when you think about the plans of the elites, all right, dealing with this MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, that opposes to the Most High Yahweh. All right, that's why when you go into Isaiah 14, it said that he have a God-like complex. He want to be like the Most High. He want to be the all-seeing. So with this technology, guess what? He able to come in their stead, making the blind see, the cripple walk. He able to control the system. You see, with this technology, he able to control everyone. Then I'm gonna play this video. It was speaking on, all right, a digital system, as in UBI. When you go into UBI, it means universal basic income. All right, basically, all right. When this devil, all right, bring in, saying Jacob trouble, all right, the way to gonna be you survive and able to cope in this society, you're gonna have to be on a basic income. So basically, you're gonna be happy owning nothing. You see, that's why he's setting up these 15-minute smart cities. Because this was going to be the result of Jacob trouble. This was going to end up with. So I'm gonna play this video, and then we'll get into the Compact Bible Dictionary. All right, now listen up. And be happy. Hold on. You hear some of these. You will own nothing and be happy. The price of homes will be so expensive that you can't afford a home. And this is where you will end up at. A true 15-minute city with thousands of people on top of each other, paying what's equivalent to today's mortgage, thousands of dollars. Do you want this to be your final happiness? No, you think you're free in this country? Okay. It's an illusion. You wait till your car doesn't start, they shut off the power on you. You can't access your money in your bank account. They are building an electronic cage around you, around your children, their future. You better have a plan. Things are going to get a lot worse. See that? Things gonna get a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
Babylon is falling. See, we living in some beautiful times, man. All right, we living in some beautiful times, man, and we are here sent as messengers of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah to tell you and warn you of these times to come. That's why I said you better have a plan. But on the plan is what? To fear and come back to the acceptance and obedience of Yahweh Shema Shah. That's the only plan that you have. A little more.
My new car is watching. Mm-hmm. It's called the driver monitoring system. Now, I've turned it off twice. It turns out that it just comes back on every time you start the car. Yeah, there's that. So what's the big deal, you ask? Well, here's the thing. If you're driving along and you see a sign and you do this for a couple of seconds, you hear the ding, 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 keep eyes on the road alert in the middle of your dash. This is what happens. And I kept thinking, well, I didn't waver, so it must be watching me. It took me a minute to realize this. So then I started doing silly things like I'm driving like this, but with this I put the bill of my hat as far down as I could and still see, and it was making it go off. So that car's definitely watching me as I drive. Now, it's not doing anything like turning the car off or anything like you hear some of these other stories where that does happen, at least that I'm aware of. But yes, and turns out, now this is in my car, and this is a 26 Outback. There's the infotainment thing, you know, where you, I guess if you had navigation and where the radio is and all that crap. And there's this thin strip on the top of it that looks like it's just sitting there. Well, it turns out that's where the cameras are, and they're staring at you the entire time you're driving. So I think what I may do is just go get some black electrician's tape and just take care of it myself. We'll see what happens. And probably the most irritating part about this is that when we went to get this car, nobody bothered to tell us about it at all. Oh, and it's also worth noting that a lot of those things that are in your data someplace, like your insurance company and stuff like that. So again, there's that.
Hey, what's up, America? People are cutting down and destroying flock cameras all over the country. And this is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. I say it's about time to quadruple the effort. What do you think? So communities nationwide, coast to coast, are reporting that people, generally masked individuals, are cutting down flock cameras, putting bags over flock cameras, shining laser beams at flock cameras, spraying them with silly string, even knocking the pieces of shit down with a fucking baseball bat. Hot damn, that's America, baby. Fuck you. You see, the company Flock is trying to build a surveillance state throughout the United States in order to preemptively stop crime. Tracking your vehicles, mass data surveillance and storage, billions of license plates being viewed and surveilled every single day, and tracking and creating behavior profiles on you. A clear violation of the Fourth Amendment. Fucking duh. Now, of course, the government will tell you there's no expectation of privacy in public. But when you're collecting mass amounts of data on this, it breaks the spirit of the law. You understand what that is? The spirit of the law? That's when you're doing everything possible to slip through loopholes to bastardize the law, which is what Palantir and what Flock is doing to the Fourth Amendment. So keep it up, ladies and gentlemen, because we have a Fourth Amendment to defend. You didn't vote for Flock cameras. They didn't even tell you they were doing it. It just started happening. And they called us the domestic terrorists for not wanting Flock cameras. Fuck you, Flock. Fuck you. We ought
to see these so-called Americans, they upset. You see, the Edomites, they upset because they believed in this American dream. You know, they believed that America was the land of the free, right, and the home of the brave. But they was all being set up. See, this is all about design. This is systematic design this way because of the New World Order got to be put in place. That's why Babylon is falling. You see that? This is done on purpose. But guess who behind the curtains? Yahweh Shema Shah. He orchestrating all this. All right? Because this is the end of our captivity. All right? That dream has turned into a nightmare. That's right. That's right, bro. And Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shah Bagatah. Yeah, they dream had turned into a nightmare, man. You know? But go ahead with that that what's called bond, and we're gonna get to the missiles. You know, you got that precept?
What, Jeremiah 51?
Nah, I need that compact Bible dictionary.
Oh, okay.
Because this was gonna lead up. This was gonna lead up to those missiles in these bad and evil times. All right, the way that it's headed, because a lot of Edomites, they not with this. They not with them not having no privacy. They not with, all right, the way that Esau trying to run and conduct this system. They not with it. So what's gonna be? It's gonna be pushback. All right, and pushback with Esau. That means what? Violent acts gonna be happening in the land.
Mm-hmm.
It's going down. All right, go ahead.
Yep, just like that Edomite looking dude up in Idaho. They shot up that In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, I got that. I got that too. The water, and this ain't even half of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because these Edomites, once they really get fed up and they not getting heard, that's what they result to.
Yeah, they gonna
Because
run
that's
this
all they
out.
know. You know,
Mm-hmm.
in Psalm 73, it said, violent cover them like a
Like a
garment.
garment. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Violent cover them as a garment, man. But yeah, check this out right here, man. All right, and this is gonna get more worse than what this is. Check this out. Hold on. It ain't. Hold on. See, this is an Edomite that ain't got nothing else to lose.
Mm-hmm.
See, this is an Edomite that believed in an American dream. Now, his car note went up, his house rent went up. You know what I'm saying? He probably got fired. His wife probably left him.
Yep.
So he's like, shit, I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't got nothing to live for.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yep. Wife probably left him for Jake.
Look at that. It's going down, man.
Yeah.
All right. And this all the Edomites know.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a
Yep.
part of Babylon falling. All right, because
Right.
it's being destroyed within.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what's really destroying Babylon? This word.
That's right.
All right. But you got it, bro.
All right. This is Edom or the Edomites in this Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. And it says the nation and its people whom were the descendants of Esau. He founded the country. So his name is equated with Salakia. His name is equated with Edom. The country was also called Seir or Mount Seir, which was the name of the territory in which the Edomites lived.
Right. So America is the modern day, all right, Mount Seir. All
Mhm.
right, go ahead.
All right. And I'm going to jump down to the last part. It says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments. See notably Isaiah 34 and 5 and 6 and Isaiah 63 and 1.
Right,
And
exactly. So when you think about, all right, the destruction of America, how is it going to happen? It's going to start through the chaos and the rise and the uproars of the people. All right, and then from there, it's going to transition to, all right, second Ezra the 15th chapter. All right, and then from second Ezra 15th chapter, it's going to transfer to second Ezra the 16th chapter. All right, that's both ties into, all right, the destruction of Babylon the Great, because it's going to start within, and then it's going to reach upon those nations. And once those nations get mad, because you got to remember, when he locked down America with this RFID chip, it said he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. All right. So when he tried to present this charagma to those other nations, all right, that's when the other nation gonna really get mad and gonna shoot upon them. You know, Revelation the 17th chapter. All right. But I got a real quick precept. This is GMS in a day. It's Isaiah 47 and 1. It said, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldean, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Why? All right? Because the Most High Yahweh have sent his prophets to uplift their veil, all right, as the scripture has said, right?
Mhm.
And now the Lord is destroying you. But you gotta know,
Oh, I'll still.
Salaki, go ahead, Salaki.
All right. It says she
But he
being
fucking
Edom.
fly, man. That's bullshit.
Yep. She, referring to Edom, is the only neighbor of the Israelites who was not given any promise of mercy from
Woo.
Yahweh, the Most High.
See,
Mm-hmm.
see, and now the Edomites feel it. You know what I'm saying? Now they starting to complain.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? Don't come over here. You know, stay over there. You know, because now Esau finna receive their judgment. All right, Babylon the Great finna be destroyed very soon, man. All right, and Yakanan put this precept up. All right, because it says Isaiah 10:1. It said, "Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed." All right, and this was gonna make terrible time. Cause this link up with what? Revelation 12:12. Cause remember when hard times come, difficult times come, all right, they're gonna push the limit or press the button for Yahweh Shai to enter to the earth to save the elect.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's why I say in Daniel 12:1, in their day shall what? Michael, the archangel still stand up for his people. You see, because what? It's gonna be terrible times out here. You know? But y'all brothers got it.
Uh,
You was done, Bun?
yeah, I was done with that. I did have I did grab that Isaiah 34 and 5, but you can go ahead.
Okay, Con. I was gonna grab Joel real quick. You know,
3
cause
and
that'll
1.
say we
Or what
want
you want, Joy or what?
two, but I grabbed at 3 and jump down.
Huh.
All right, this is Joel chapter 3, starting at the top, and it says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem."
Now this where the fulfillment of Matthew 1 and 21. When you go to Matthew, grab Matthew 1 and 21 real quick.
Uh,
Let's link that up together.
this is Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. It says, "And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai, for he shall save his people from their sins."
There you go. So that's where salvation lies in. All right? That's what Yahweh Shai mean. He is salvation because he is the
Mm-hmm.
deliverer. Yahweh Shai is our redeemer, man. So when you
Mm-hmm.
go back to Joel 3 and 1, read it again, you know?
It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem."
Go ahead.
Verse 2, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
There you go. So that's why Yahweh Shai is coming back because he coming to deliver us out of the hand of our enemies. And he going to repay them for what they have done unto us, which bag up the righteousness and the indignation of the Lord. Did not the Lord say sin is a righteous thing with him to
Mm-hmm.
recompense tribulation to those that trouble thee?
That's right.
Come.
You know? So who you going to send? He going to send Yahweh Shai and the angels. And they coming to get busy.
Right.
All right? Yahweh Shai ain't coming to shake hands and, you know,
Nope.
give a hug and take pictures and, you
Nope.
know, clap glasses together, drink. No, he coming to take her a bed. He coming to lay down law.
Mm-hmm.
All right? That's
Yep.
matter of fact, grab that 1 Corinthians 15 and 20. See, Yahweh Shai is coming to judge Esau, all right, and the angels and the chariot is coming to destroy Babylon the Great along with those missiles, man. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 15, you can start like at 20, 22.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter
No, 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 no,
15.
no, no. It's 24.
Come. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 24. "Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the
Right?
Father, when he shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
Right. See that? That
Mm-hmm.
ties into Joel 3:1. Read Joel 3:1 again, you know.
Son, jumping back up to Joel 3:1, it says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem."
Right. So how is the Lord going to get us out of this system? How he's going to bring us out of the so-called white man hand? It's going to be through violence. It's going to be
Mm-hmm.
through war. You see? Because how we was taken.
Through violence.
You know, we were taken
Mm-hmm.
through violence, through war. How did they conquer America? Through violence and war. Did not Yahweh Shah say that? He said, if it was my kingdom, what? My servants would fight. Yahweh Shah come to take care of business. Why? Because he come to lay the law down. He said, I'm going to put down all what? Rule and authority and power. All right? Go ahead, go ahead, read verse 26.
Verse 26. The
My
last
bad, read
enemy.
25 again.
All right, this back in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 25 again. For he must reign till he has put all enemies under his feet.
Right, exactly. How you do that? You know what I'm saying? He going to do that through the act of what? Through the act of war.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Verse 26. The last enemy that shall be destroyed is death.
There you go. The last enemy. All right, and that's Esau Edom. All right, because he is death. You see, he is death, man. So the Lord got to take him out of the earth. And once the Lord take him out of the rulership, the power that he in, guess what? Sin's gonna be done away with. You know, and that's why Yahweh Shah is coming. He's coming to save us from our sin. Because Esau is the man of sin. Is he
Mm-hmm.
not being revealed? See, the scriptures say that the man of sin going to be revealed in his time. And the man of sin is Esau.
So,
And guess what? He's going to be taken out of the way. You got it,
Son. So jumping down to verse 9, it says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up."
Right, and that's gonna be the devastation of America when all these nations ties together and come against her. And that's what the Lord is doing as He mustering the battle. Now, prophecy has been fulfilled, dealing with the least of the flock is drawing America. You know, it said the least of the flock should draw them out. Now we hearing that Israel and America is coming together as one. That's the least of the flock drawing them out. We actually living in prophecy
Yep.
being fulfilled,
Yep.
because this was gonna kick off that war. You know, go ahead, and you got the Edomites. We not allowed. You know, like the small hats. You know that
Mm-hmm.
to take our country. It's over with.
Yeah, it's over with.
It's over with. Babylon is falling. It's nothing that you can do. A band-aid not gonna help. You trying to, you know how somebody gets shot or get cut, you trying to put a rag on and tighten his arm up to stop the blood pressure. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's over with for Babylon. But you got it. Grab Isaiah 9:5. The bag, Go ahead,
And it says in verse 10, "Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears."
Woo!
If I may add,
Yep.
that's them what investing into nuclear war instead of the
That's right.
economy,
Mm-hmm.
investing into war. You know,
You
because
see what Trump did, don't
yeah,
you? Trump built that Golden Dome. You know how much that damn Golden Dome cost? I'm gonna type it in right quick. Check this out. Trump Golden Dome. How much? 1.2 trillion.
The Golden Dome missile defense system, proposed by President Trump, is estimated to cost $1.2 trillion over 20 years, according to the Congressional Budget Office. This is much higher than the initial estimate of $175 billion.
See that? $1.2 trillion. That's why they're doing a tax cut. That's why they're taking away Section 8, the housing. You know what I'm saying? What they did
Food
when you go to
stamps.
college and shit.
Uh,
Financial aid,
yeah,
financial
financial
aid.
aid.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That's a part of that big beautiful bill. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna take away all the assets of that. $1.2 trillion, man, for a missile defense dome. Why are they doing that? Because they know
They're
it's gonna
trying
be
to,
war.
yeah, trying to avert judgment.
You see?
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. If it wasn't gonna be no such thing as war, why is they spending $1.2 trillion on a missile defense dome if it's not gonna be war? See, Babylon is falling, man. It's over for Babylon, man. Sit down somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Get
Yeah.
your house in order. You know, that's all you got left. Cause you trying to chase this American dream. You trying to live up. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is over with. Yeah, I'm gonna go to college because like you ask somebody, where you see yourself in 5 years? Well, I see myself, you know, just graduating out of college, heading to my career, being a doctor or a lawyer or a nurse or this and that. That shit dead. That's why
Yeah.
the Edomites upset. You know what I'm saying? That shit dead, man. But let me get an image. Here go an image. This is what they composed it to be. Do y'all remember that on the sis or the Simpsons? You remember on the Simpsons they had that dome.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The
Y'all
movie,
remember
the
that?
Simpsons movie. Yeah, that was the movie
Yeah,
that
y'all,
came out.
yeah. They had that dome. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Look at that. See?
Yeah. That's impossible. That's not possible to build this shit, bro.
Hey, they trying to stop the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
See, by doing this, they saying that America not gonna be destroyed.
We gonna block
You
it from
gotta be
being
kidding
destroyed.
me. You see,
Wow.
by setting this up, they saying that America would not be destroyed because it's
Mm-hmm.
a missile defense dome. So if missile
Mm-hmm.
hit this guy, they gonna do them a bounce off or be destroyed. It's not gonna affect America. But we know that America is the lake of fire. We know Isaiah 34. All right. We know 2 Peter 3. Matter of fact, go back to the Compact Bible Dictionary, Bond, and read those precepts that line up with the destruction of Babylon, Esau, Edom.
I was holding them. The first one was Isaiah 34 and
Yeah, yeah,
5 and 6.
yeah. Just read that. Just read those passages real quick. And you're not
Con,
grab that Psalm 137 that we was holding.
con. All right. It says back in the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, it says Edom figures prominently in the prophetic scriptures as the scene of great future judgments.
Right. So the great future judgment is this place right here called America will be on fire.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that's why it's known as a lake of fire. All right. Because when the prophets, all right, the household of faith, when they get delivered and they look down, all right, in those chariots, the sea mingle with fire. They're gonna see this place right here burning like a lake of fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
That is the great future judgment of this place called America. Go ahead, Bon.
Yep. See notably Isaiah 34, 5 and 6, and Isaiah 63 and 1.
Right, yeah, because Isaiah 63 and 1, it says what? Who is that coming from Edom with
With
thy
thy
garment
going
from
from Boston.
Bozrah,
Mm-hmm.
traveling in the greatness of his strength? Well, what you mean he traveling? That mean he gonna come from the spirit realm. All right? He gonna come from the spirit realm into this realm. All right, by the way of what? Those so-called UFOs, which they IFOs, all right, because them are salvation vehicles. You see, he gonna enter to this realm. And what does he say? Traveling the greatness of his strength. All right. And what he coming to do? He coming to punish the wicked. So by him putting up this missile defense dome, he think he gonna stop prophecy. You see? You got it,
Uh,
Oh,
Yeah, actually,
that was all bond. That was all the precept they put up.
yep, it was.
Okay,
Yep,
come. I let you not grab that, and then you got a precept. You can bring it out.
yeah. You
Con,
hit.
this is
All right.
Psalms 137 in verse 7, and it says, "Remember, O Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it,
Yeah,
even to the foundation thereof."
that's right.
Con, if I may add, just
You go
going
ahead. You
back to
got it, bro.
the Zondervan Baptist dictionary, it was saying that Esau is Edom, that prominent figure in the scriptures who have no mercy coming towards him, man. And
Woo.
because of what he was saying, destroy us even to the foundation of that's what the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is about to do to this man's whole nation. You see,
Yeah,
because
whole
that's what he was
system.
trying to do to us. Yeah, whole system too. Yeah, everything going down. See, when he go down, everything that came with him go down too.
There you go. That's why them other
Yeah.
nations. That's why it's written in Salaki. That's why it's written in Jeremiah. I mean Isaiah 30 and 16, or the Jeremiah 30 and 16. Let me grab it real quick, bro. I'm get right back to you. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16, just to bag you up. This is Jeremiah 30 and 16. It said, "Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all they prey upon thee will I give for a prey."
Mm.
So the other nations, they had a hand in us going to captivity. Even unto this day, all right, they still have a hand of us being in the state that we're in. All right, when you go into the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, it's supposed about how the nations, all right, as the dogs have what continue to lick the wound. But you got it,
Yep. And it says in verse 8 in Psalms 137, "O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall
Woo!
he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us."
Beautiful, bro.
Come. And that's what's about to come. That reward, that cup that the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is about to give to him with that cup is that cup of slavery. You know what I'm saying? That curse that we had to go through. And at the end of all that, him building up our kingdom where he can control all the leaders. He said, who art to be destroyed. This about to come very
You
soon.
right.
In verse 9, it says, "Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones." Come on, man. Cause hey, what did they do to our people? The African dodgeballs, you know what I'm saying? The alligator bait, feeding our children to alligators, throwing baseballs at them, setting them on fire. Even with the Northern Kingdom too, you know what I'm saying? With the women when they were pregnant, they cutting open the stomachs and pulling the babies out, to strike fear. This man's a diabolical man, but the Lord is about to
Yep.
put that spirit on us. You know what I'm saying? To give double judgment unto this man.
That's
And we're gonna
right.
be doing the same thing that the scripture have said. But you got it though, so like it.
Yeah, this is the going into the blue letter. All right, for art, and it says Shadar.
Strong's 87703. Shaddad.
Okay, Shadar. It said this is the word for art, because you said Babylon who art to be destroyed, right? So when you go into that, it said to deal violent with, dispose, devastate, ruin, destroy, spoil. You see, and that's what the Lord Yahweh finna do. All right. Matter of fact, Bun, grab Revelation 17.
Con. I was holding Obadiah, but
Oh, you got
we can.
Obadiah? That's a good one
Yeah.
too. You can bring that out too.
All right, and then Revelation 17.
Yep.
All right, this is Obadiah verse
Start at
verse
one, read
10.
1 and 2, and then you can jump down.
Con. All right, this is starting at the top. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen.
Right, and
Arise.
we are those ambassadors. All right, that's why when you go into Isaiah 34, you know, and Joel, what the brother's gonna bring out in Joel 2, it says, proclaim this among the Gentiles. All right, wake up the mighty men, prepare for war. All right, go ahead, Bond.
Yep. And an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
And that's what's going to happen. The Most High Yahweh going to put the spirit on the other nation, which the fulfillment of Ezekiel 38. All right, and the other nation gonna come together and they're gonna agree to bomb America, man. All right, because America know the thing that they doing, people gonna get tired eventually. So these devils already setting themselves up. All right, so that's why they got the underground bunkers, the underground cities. That's why they got the doomsday bunkers in the mountains, right? Because they know that once they try to implement this Quran around the whole earth, there's gonna be some pushback, man. All right. That's why you just, you know, because it's one thing the nation like, okay, everything turning digital. Okay, that's how we're gonna deal. But when you try to put that inside them, they're not gonna go for it, man. All right, that's just me speaking as a man. That's what's gonna make those nations, all right, bomb America. They're not gonna go for that because they're gonna know what the Quran do when you put it inside you. They're gonna change you. You know, they're gonna alter your DNA, gonna alter your thinking, everything.
Yep.
You know, you got it
Yep.
though, Vaughn.
Come. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
There you go. And you can't tell me that everybody don't hate the small heads now. They are greatly despised, man.
Yeah, they
They
are.
hate America and they hate Israel, man. To be point blank. Everyone in America they starting to do it. You know, over in the other country they do.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Yep. And I was gonna jump down to verse 10 just to back up what the brother Yanar was just saying about, Esau and his punishment and the reason why the Lord is gonna ultimately punish these Edomites. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. You know, meaning ultimately, yeah, you're gonna be exterminated.
That's
Yep,
right. Then it said forever.
rightfully so. Yeah, forever.
It said
You know what I'm
forever,
saying?
man.
Yep, rightfully so.
Which fulfill Jeremiah 51. It can't be here.
Mm-hmm.
Come sit in the dust, old virgin daughter of Babylon. There's no throne for you. All right,
Um,
and when you remember when you go into matter of fact, Arjuna, grab Malachi 4:1,
Con.
and
Want to get
I'm
that
gonna
right
type it
now?
in Google. What happens when someone uproot a plant? Do it grow again? I go ahead,
Uprooting a plant usually kills it because
go ahead,
This is Malachi 4:1. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
go ahead,
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
man. You heard that? It shall lead us neither root nor branch. Right. So I asked, what happened when someone unrooted a plant? Right. Now check out what it says.
the roots dry out. However, it might grow again if you replant it quickly or if some of the deep roots remain in the ground.
Hold on. You try to hit me with the bullshit. Hold on. No, I don't want that. Nah, see that's Ruger ain't trying to give me what I want. You hear me? Woo. Yeah, it said they can't, but they didn't want to give some hope. It said when a plant is uprooted, it usually dies because the root dry out and it can no longer take water and food. But it try to give it hope. It said it can grow again if you put it back into the soil very fast. And that's Jeremiah 51, as
Mm-hmm.
in Babylon could be healed. But it's not going to be healed. Why? Because the Lord is going to uproot Babylon out of the earth. See, America is going to be wiped off the face of the earth, man.
That's right.
When you think and look upon America, it's going to be smoking, burning. All right, for a long period of time, it'll never rise again, as the scripture have said. You got it,
Got
you
a
know.
precept.
Go ahead.
Oh, you want me to keep reading on that Malachi? Want me to go down to verse 2 on there?
No, you good.
Okay, con. This is Jeremiah 50, and I'm gonna start at verse 11, right? Just going back into the topic, who ought to be destroyed, you know, because it was saying the destroyer, right? When you went into the Hebrew word. So it
Right.
says this in Jeremiah 50 and 11, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, Esau Edom, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. Verse 12, it says, your mother shall be so confounded, you know, because America, it comes out of the UK, you know.
Britain.
Yep, Britain, Great Britain, you know. It
Britain is
was
the
birthed,
mother of Babylon. That's right.
done. It was birthed out of those other countries, and it says shall be so confounded. She that bear you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hittermost of the nations, which is America, you know, shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert.
There
You
you
know,
go. Joel all day.
yep.
Yeah, but what's gonna make that? What's gonna make America desolate like that? All
Hey,
right, though
Con.
other nations shoot missiles upon this place.
mm-hmm. Them
That's right.
ICBM missiles.
Yep. Matter of fact,
Con.
let's get that. Let's get that Revelation 17.
All
Can
right.
I read verse 13 real quick?
Come. Go ahead.
Because it says, because of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished
There
and
you go.
hiss at
Ooh,
all her plagues.
there you go. And that's what them other nations gonna do. They're gonna be like, damn, you know. And that's why Yahweh Shai, he really gonna have a, you know, I want to say he ain't gonna really have a hard time with those other nations because they're gonna see the devastation of Babylon.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna
You know
get
what I'm
down.
saying? But he coming to kick ass. That's why I say he that should not have me reign over them, bring them hither and slay them before me. See, because
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have those that be in that mindset, but majority of those nations, they gonna bow down.
Yeah.
Because they're gonna see the power you have by Shema Shai. They're gonna bow down, man.
Con. Get
You
down and
know?
lay down.
Yeah. But we know like Russia, you know, Spain, Italy, all those Edomite countries, they're gonna fight and they're gonna get destroyed, you know. But yeah, go to the Revelation 17. That's a beautiful precept, you know.
Con. Starting at the
Hey,
top.
I love it. No,
No,
it's got
started it started at 11 because you got the 7 heads and 10 horns, but the 8 is talking about America, and we just got done breaking down. It came out of Britain,
Con.
you know, represent, you know, the NATO, the EU, the beast system,
Right.
which is the
All right.
fulfillment of Daniel the 7th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
You got it
All right. This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 11.
right.
And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth.
That small
And
little horn. That's that
mm-hmm.
small little horn, man. Go ahead.
And is of the seven and goeth into perdition.
There you go. All right. So you know this is what? Rome all over again. This is Rome
Mm-hmm.
2.0.
Yeah.
You got it.
Verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
Right. So those nations had came together. This is Psalm 83rd chapter. When you go to Psalm the 83rd chapter, it tell you how all these nations came together to keep us from being a nation.
Yeah, they
They
have
all
taken
came
crafty
into
counsels.
a agreement,
Mm-hmm.
right? You know, that's basically what this breaking down. All right. They ain't have no kingdom of themselves, but they have joined themselves with Babylon and Great. And that's what's gonna make them those nations mad when Babylon introduced them to their charagma.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. Yep. Go ahead.
Yep. Verse 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
There you go. So Psalm the 83rd chapter, right? Matter of fact, grab Psalm the 83rd chapter real quick and just read 1 through 3 real quick.
You said Psalms, the 83rd chapter.
Yeah, Psalm 83, 1 through 3 real
Come.
quick.
This is Psalms chapter 83, verses 1 through 3. And it
Right?
says, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, power. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O
Right.
power.
So this right there is taking Ezra 15 and 9. Because the scriptures say that he will hold his tongue no more and touching their wickedness, which they proclaiming committing exercise. So now the Lord Yahweh has sent his prophet to reveal the secrets. So all right, to lift that veil up. Remember, he said that matter of fact, Bond, that's a good precept to grab. I will destroy the covering cast over all nations. But go ahead,
And it says in verse 2 in Psalms 83, it says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Yeah, so they have became prideful because they have got us in the condition that we in. But who put us in this condition? The Heavenly Father Yahweh. You niggas didn't do it on your own. Y'all didn't get it out the mud. All right? It was through our disobedience and prophecy. You got it.
Yep. And it says, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
Ooh.
And it
One more.
says in verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
There you go. So when you go back to Revelation 17, these have one mind. You see that? And shall
Yep.
give their power and strength unto the beast. You know? You got it.
Yeah, can I read verse 4?
Yeah, come.
Because it says they have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation,
Yeah.
that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And how ultimate they're going to be with the
Mhm.
RFID chip. You see? See, these nations like, yeah, we got a digital system, you know what I'm saying? Because they trying to get away from the dollar. But Babylon is a golden cup in the Lord's hand. You know what I'm saying? So they can't do nothing but turn it back to Babylon. So when Babylon present their charagma to them, it's a wrap. Cutthroat. You know? But right now, they in bed. They dealing. Where we get our oil from? You know? Where our computers and phones and technology come from? You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Our crops and all this and that. They come from these other countries. Shoes and clothes and shit.
Yep.
So that's them in bed with Babylon. You see? That's them giving their power to Babylon. Because Babylon ultimately control all that. Because the earth was given to who? The hand of the wicked. All right? Which going to the elites, the banking family, because that's who really control all this shit, man. And that's why they got a term say all wars are banker wars. All right? But you got it though, you got it.
Come. This is Isaiah chapter 25, verse 7. It says, and it says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people.
There you go. And how is it being destroyed? It's being destroyed through the prophets.
Through the prophets. Ooh.
You see? It's being destroyed through the prophets, all right, revealing the secrets, man. Go ahead.
And the veil that is spread over all nations.
Woo, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Now these people starting to see, man, this white man ain't nothing but the devil and
Mm-hmm.
Satan.
Yep.
Every nation have they in their language they have a term for the so-called white man. Every nation they
Yep.
call them the devil in their own
Yeah,
language.
I'm about to say that. I was just about to took the word right out of my mouth. I was about to say they
Every
call
you
them
know what I'm
devil.
saying? Every nation, you
Yep.
know, and now they own
Oh.
kind starting to see them motherfuckers some devils,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you got it. You got it. It's a little more on there, and then we'll get back to the Revelation 17.
Oh, that was it for verse 7.
Okay, read 8. Let me see what 8 say.
Huh. It's verse 8 says, He will swallow up death in victory, and the Lord Yahweh will wipe away tears from all from of from off all faces.
Woo, that's beautiful,
And the
man. And
rebuke.
you see how comforting it is? That's
Mm-hmm.
comforting. You
Come.
know, the Lord saying how he gonna destroy and do this and that, and then, but guess what? You're gonna be okay. You know, when you see this happen, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
You know, but go back to Revelation 17
Come.
and
All right.
and read 14.
All right. This is back at Revelation chapter 17, verse 14. Then these shall make war with the Lamb,
Uh-oh.
and the Lamb shall overcome them.
They're gonna make war with the Lamb. What that mean? That's
Yep.
speaking about the return of our Lord and Savior Yahushua. Because who he coming to save? He coming to save the elect.
Mm-hmm.
You see? He coming to save the elect. So when he come, they gonna turn and make war to him. That's second edge of the 13th chapter.
Come. When they was afraid,
But
yet durst they fight.
there you go. There
Mm-hmm.
you go. You see? And then on top of that, they even made a movie about it.
Yep.
All
Independence Day.
right? Independence Day. This how proud these devils is. They even made a movie, man. All right. And what did what's it called say? What that now that was, what that Ronald Reagan or I know it wasn't JF
Yeah, that was
Kennedy.
Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that was Ronald Reagan who said that. He
What
said
he said that will we not
if it
put
was
our
an
difference to
outside
the
threat.
side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was something like that, right? It said will we
Yeah,
not put our difference to
when we
the
not come
side?
together. Yeah,
Yeah, will
if
we
we
all come
facing an
together?
outside threat. Mm-hmm.
There you go. You
Mm-hmm.
see, these devils know, man.
Come.
You know, so yeah, they fought the war with the Lamb, which is Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? And the angel. Yeah, so you got it. Keep reading.
Come. It says,
Start again from the top.
all right. It says in Revelation chapter 17, verse 14, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb
Woo.
shall overcome them.
See that? But Yahweh Shai gonna overcome them, nigga, because the gates of hell should not prevail.
Come.
You know, so this golden dome that they talking about, nigga spending $1.2 trillion on it, man, you should have saved that money. They should have gave that money to, you know, and then
Man,
give us
what?
that money, nigga, because it's over
Yeah.
with.
Yeah. Build y'all some more bunkers or something.
Hey, look, hey, yeah, hey, nigga, go on get some more stimulus checks out, nigga. It's
Man, what?
over with. And that's a waste of money. You know what
Let
I'm saying?
people
That's a
buy
waste of
guns.
money, man.
Come.
All right, because the Lord overcame them. Why? Because it's already written. You got to keep going.
So like it. Picking up in verse 14. For he is Lord of
No,
Lords.
go ahead. It's my
That's
phone.
it.
You know they be
Oh,
doing that bullshit and shit. You saw me bullshit with the phone. Go ahead.
come. Picking up in verse 14. For he is Lord of Lords and King of Kings.
Come on
And
now.
they
Come on,
and
bro.
they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful.
Woo!
That's
And you
comforting.
gotta remember, Yahweh Shai coming with Archangel Michael. He coming with the host of heaven, meaning thousand upon angels.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the men on earth that he gonna get spiritual powers to. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. It's over with for these niggas, man. Esau is through. You know? Keep going.
Verse 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, which the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues.
Yeah.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore,
See that? That's
and shall.
NATO, the EU.
Hmm.
Those are Edomites. That's why Yakanan, original precept you put up. Let me go back into it. Let me drop from that account you put up. This is Matthew, all right, from GMS Yakanan. All right, this is Matthew 12 and 26. It said, if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? You see that? Because they Edomites too.
Hmm.
And what they gonna do? They're gonna shoot missiles upon America. Ain't no
Right.
way around it. All right, go ahead.
Verse 16.
Yeah.
And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked,
Woo.
and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire.
And burn her with fire.
Hmm.
All right. Which bag up Ezekiel the 38th chapter. And who gonna be at the head of that? The Rush. All right, God and Magog. Those are Edomites, man. All right, they're gonna be at the forefront of America being destroyed, along with China,
Hmm.
Iran, and other countries.
Yep. Korea.
All right, but why though? Let's get that. Why? Read verse 17.
Con. All right, verse 17. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to
Uh-oh,
fulfill
bag
his
up,
will.
bag up. Who did who? Who did what?
Yep. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to
In their
fulfill his will.
mind.
Yep.
And he put it in their mind.
Hmm.
You know? So that right there let you know there's no such thing as free will. Proverbs 20:24 said, man goeth of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? How then a man can understand his own way? So the Lord put it in their mind, in their spirit. And we at that time, then guess what? It's going to be fulfilled because there is a measuring time of that. Remember, has he measured the time and numbered the time? This is the measuring time that the hourglass is almost empty for the destruction of America. But before the destruction, what got to happen? Babylon got to fall. All right? You got it.
Can I get a quick precept right quick?
Come.
Yep. Just to back that up, this is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. It says the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. And once again, heart goes to the Hebrew word la'ab, which is your mind. So the mind of the king is in the hands of the Lord. You know, all the Lord literally control the minds of these these so-called kings around the earth.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Let me read that again. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, you know.
Man, that's beautiful.
Hmm.
That's
Yep.
beautiful. So you wonder why Trump in the spirit that he in. Because the
Hmm.
Lord got him in the
Right.
spirit.
Mm.
You know?
Right.
Because they got to bring them draconian laws and measures. You know, they got to bring forth them unrighteous decrees because of the stake of 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 16. That's got to happen. 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
2 Timothy 2 and 1. When it speaks about pearl of time. You
Yep.
know? So this devil had to be set up in this position or to fulfill that position because what? Proverbs 16 and 4 said what? The Most High Yahweh created all things for himself, yea, even the wicked, for the day of evil. All right?
Right.
So this devil got to bring evil upon the earth. That's not his MO to take peace from the earth. When you take
Yep.
peace from the earth, what you get? You get
Violence.
violence. You get,
War.
you know what I'm saying? You get war. Because what is the matter of fact? Let's see. What is the opposite of peace? What is the opposite of peace? Let's see what they say. Peace. Nigga. It said the opposite of peace. Come on. Peace. You don't want to say it, but this time. All right. So it said the opposite of peace is war on a large scale, or conflict and strife in general.
Mm.
You see? And this what the devil is doing, all right, by taking away the resources. You know what I'm saying? Taking away, the weight, the rights, so to speak. As the Edomite was saying, this is our Fourth Amendment. We gotta fight for our Fourth Amendment. We gotta
Mm-hmm.
fight for our Second Amendment. They all, that's what they marching for. Because
Yeah.
it's all about the amendments, the Second Amendment, 13th Amendment, 11th Amendment. They marching, protesting because they seeing that everything is being taken away. See, so the opposite of peace is war. You know? Go ahead, Vaughn. So that's
Con.
why it said that the Most High Yahweh gonna put it in their heart to fulfill His will.
Mm.
And can you grab Jeremiah real quick? Jeremiah 30. No, Jeremiah 29 and 24, 25. You know where I'm going. But go ahead, Vaughn. Read 17 again.
Con. This is back in Revelation chapter 17, verse 17. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and
Woo!
to agree, and to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled.
There you go. But it's Jeremiah 30 and 23 and 24. Mine is Breeder. Read that again, Brian.
Con. This is back in Revelation chapter 17, verse 17. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Man, you
And
can't make that up.
mm-mm, mm-mm.
They are being moved by the Lord Yahweh. He said it himself
Yep.
to
You had
fulfill his will.
yep. You had me at that Isaiah 19. I never brought it out though.
All right,
That
go ahead. Go
okay,
ahead
I
before we
just
get that Jeremiah
uh,
19 and 1. Or what you trying to go to?
that he mustered the battle.
You can start at 1 on that, John, though.
Let's see.
Yeah, man, that John hit. You hear me?
Isaiah 13, I believe.
Was it or
Yeah,
14?
because
14.
Isaiah 19 say the burden of Egypt.
Isaiah 13. What you talking about?
Is it? No. I was talking about that he mustered the battle. That's what I was talking about.
Con, I got you. This Isaiah 13 in verse 4.
Yeah.
It says, the noise
Oh,
of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Now let's go into that word. Let's go into that
mustered.
word. All right, let's go into that word muster. And this is Pakad, and it says to attend to, muster, number, visit, punish, appoint, pay attention, to seek. It says let me see. The strong, it says with friendly or hostile intent. It says to charge, appoint, but that's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much. So what the Most High Yahweh is doing, he is putting in these nations' minds to start to hate the whore. Well, what is the whore doing? All right, as we see Trump, he putting terrors on all these nations. You know what I'm saying? He going to, thinking he's still the bully on the block. He fulfilling what that is, Habakkuk 2, where it said he covered fields and take them by violence.
Mm-hmm.
He oppress a man even in his inheritance. See, that's an Edomite trait. You know, they just do it on a larger scale because they control the earth. But
Mm-hmm.
Esau do it in their inner cities. You know, when you think about we had Black Wall Street, what they do?
Destroyed.
You know, they destroyed it. You know,
Uh,
I was talking to older Jake in Mississippi when we went out there with the elder and them and the priests, Yashima crib. And old Jake was telling me them old stories, how Esau used to ride down on them. And he said every day he had to pack his knuckles. You know, he was like, it's different packing a lunch bag in his backpack with books. He had to pack his knuckles because
mm-hmm.
how Esau used to ride down on them and torture them. You know, in their neighborhood, burn down their churches and everything. So that's an Edomite trait.
Mm-hmm.
But now they able to do it on a larger scale. They able to go through the earth and do the same means.
Yep.
You know, but now these nations are saying what? They are strong now. Why? Because now they got the same nuclear capability as America. They might not be stronger as America, but 2 against 1 is way stronger.
Yeah. Together. Yep.
Together, they stronger. You know, and this was gonna make Babylon, all right, a lake of fire because the Lord gonna put a spirit, the Lord gonna put the spirit on the nation to bomb America. But you got it.
This is Jeremiah
Oh,
chapter 30.
read verse 5 real quick.
All right, going back to Isaiah 13 and verse 5. And it says, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
What that mean? They coming from a far country. Give me
Gun,
a
them
precept.
ICBM.
Give me a precept
Joel.
in
Okay.
far country.
Joel. Let me see.
I got one.
Second Ezra,
There you go. What we take as what?
16.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. There you go. There you go. It's another one. It's another one.
Yep, that's the one that I was thinking about.
All right, grab that because that's the joint I had too. But I got
All
another
right.
one. Go ahead.
This is Second Ezra, chapter 16. We start at verse 13 because it says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows, which are those thermonuclear missiles that he shooteth, are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to shoot into the ends of the world."
Woo!
This the ends of the world right here, the Western Hemisphere. You know where we at. You know, so from where arrow can shoot from one place to the end of the other side of the world. Come on now.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And then you know what showed you that when the movie 300. You remember the movie 300?
Mm-hmm.
And
Come.
I think that was the purges. They were coming from afar off. Before they came, they all shot those arrows. And remember, it got dark. It had blocked out the
Mm-hmm.
sky. That's how many
Yeah.
arrows it was.
Yeah.
You know, but they shot it from afar. You know, that's why the Spartans they had to come together and all covered on each other's shield and went down, and
Mm-hmm.
then they ain't come up to all the missiles. I mean, all the arrows were shot, but they came from a what? They came from afar off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you got it.
Yep. I can see I can read verse 14 because it says, "Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth." Yep.
Woo! All
Good
right,
stuff.
what you got, Bond?
I'm reading Joel chapter 2, but I know it kind of referred to them as like horses and chariots.
Nah, you gotta go to your junk. You had Isaiah 34.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh
the
yeah. All my
precept.
sword shall
Isaiah
be back then.
34. Yeah, grab Isaiah 34.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. It said,
Read 1, 2, and 3.
okay, con. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let
Hey,
the
this is
earth.
the most high mustering the battle. You ain't hear what he said? Hey, come you nations. Let the weak say I'm strong. You know what I'm saying? So that's the most high Yahweh mustering the battle. Putting it in the other nation's mind to prepare for war. Yeah, you got it.
Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it.
There you go.
For, for the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations,
Mm.
and his fury upon all their armies,
Woo.
that he hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
Right. And you know a prime example of that is when you know how Jake be. You know how Jake say, I'm gonna beat that nigga ass. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna whoop that nigga ass. What you doing is you already declaring, you already whipping them. Before you even whooped him, you already just said, I'm gonna beat that nigga ass.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lord already said, already destroyed them. I'm delivering them to the slaughter. Because it's already was spoken in the heaven. It just gotta play out on earth.
That's right.
You know? Go ahead.
Come, verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses,
Right?
and the mountains shall be melted with their blood.
Woo! Go ahead. That's
Verse
how you know
4.
America's gonna be full of thorns and you know what I'm saying? Like a death in the wilderness. Go ahead.
Mhm. Verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be round, rolled
Roll together.
together as a scroll,
Right?
and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine.
Yeah, and that's
And
their
as,
war in heaven. Like it. That's their war in heaven. Those fighter jets, the things that Esau got
mm-hmm,
set up, those drones, and
mm-hmm,
everything else. All right, that ties into trying to defeat Yahweh Shah. They gonna fall, man. Horribly.
come,
All
come,
right? They not gonna stand a chance, all right, against Yahweh Shah, man.
come.
Go
Yep.
ahead.
Yep. And when one of them fighter jets, when it fall out the sky, it looked like a leaf. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
looked
because
like
they
a
be
leaf.
doing this right here and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
It
Twisting and
fall like a
turning
leaf.
and shit. That's
Yep.
right. The Lord, damn, man, the Lord cold.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Come. Yep. As the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree.
Go ahead.
For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold,
Woo!
it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to
Right, so
judge
you
them.
know, I just read how they gonna be shot from one end of the earth to the other. So it said my swords will be bathed in heaven because once them missiles get shot from one continent, it's gonna be what? It's gonna have to go into the atmosphere, which the heavens, going into the waters, Tamayim. And that's when
Mm-hmm.
the Most High Yahweh spirit gonna be in those missiles. You see? And they're gonna land upon America, Babylon the Great, and Israel, and othermost parts of the earth. All right, but what's gonna be destroyed? It's America and Israel. All right, go ahead.
Verse 5 again. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
The judgment. That's it. See? And then what the Lord gonna do? He's gonna put the spirit in those nations, and they're gonna send missiles upon this place, man. And within that, Yahweh Shah is coming to save us from that, save us out of that. That's why his name means he is the deliverer. Because how else you gonna be saved? You know? That's the only how you gonna be saved, man, is you get saved out of those missiles.
Mm-hmm.
You see? And that's where Yahweh Shah come in at. That's where he take place at fulfilling Matthew 1 and 21. He come to save his people. Because we know once America get destroyed, sin ain't gonna be in us anymore. You see, we get those new bodies, and those that die and be brought back, they're gonna be brought back in Hebrew hugging. You see? So the Lord is coming to destroy Babylon, death, and everything else adding to it. You know? But Revelation 17 one more time, and then if you ain't got nothing, not, we can end it. Revelation 17 and 17 again.
This is back in Revelation chapter 17, verse 17. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will.
Oh yeah,
It-
you're not. That's what I wanted. We can end it on that. What that was? Jeremiah 30 and 24, 25. We can end it on that. Cause it's going back to fulfilling the Lord's will. Go ahead,
Okay.
Vaughn.
Con. For Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will, and
Right?
to agree, and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled.
Woo! It's cold, man. You know? It's cold. All right, you got it, you know.
This is Jeremiah chapter 30, and the last two verses, 23 and 24, it says, Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, goeth forth with fury,
Woo!
with some chariots. You know, that's another
Man.
name also for the chariots too, or the whirlwind. Because
Yep.
hey, how did Isaiah 66?
That's
You know
right.
how
It's
the Lord
15.
coming,
Yeah.
Lord coming, on the chariot on the clouds.
That's
With
right.
his sword to plead with our flesh. Roughly paraphrasing, but it says, "Goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked."
There you go. See, it's gonna fall upon the head of the wicked. All right.
Done.
What you speaking about? What we just read and what? Isaiah 34. It shall come down upon Idumea, because this is the capital of Edom, America.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
This is the capital of Edom. So this is where the missile is going to land and destroy. All right. And guess what? It'll never ever rise again.
Done.
That's right.
And it says, verse 24, the fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intents of his heart, and the
See?
latter days shall consider it.
Come on, man. So he's
Done.
not going to turn it back until he had performed the intents of his heart. All
Done.
right. So he going to put the spirit on the nations. All right. As he doing now, preparing them for war. He waking up the mighty men. All right.
Mhm.
They Trump them catching hell, bro. America catching hell over there in
Yep.
Iran. They getting
Yep.
their ass slaughtered.
Yep.
Yeah, they might be propagating on the news, but when you really start going deep and diving into those different platforms, Dabu 7, and them other platforms, they let you know that, man, America getting their ass handed to them. Because the weak now saying they are strong, but guess what? It's fulfilling prophecy that is happening this way, as the scripture said. Because this is the intent of Yahweh Hashem outside mind. Because what? He finna give us the kingdom. He finna give us the kingdom, man. This is our last hoorah. That's why, Lamentations 5 say, our iniquity is accomplished. He'll no more carry thee away into captivity again. But who he coming to visit? He coming to visit Edom. And he gonna cut them off forever. But it's gonna be about where them thermonuclear missiles. So Babylon is falling, all right? And guess what? You can't save her. Because she don't want to be saved. All right?
Yep.
So Lord willing, y'all brothers and sisters edified. All right, once again, we give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh. Hey, you want to say double honor to our elders, our great apostles, great millstones, GMS. All right, and peace and blessings to the hope of the elect. All right, let's continue to watch, pray, and fear Yahweh by tomorrow's side. Next time, Shalom.
Shalom.
Abba Ball.
Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, Barak Hakim, man. May the Lord team bless y'all night.
Hey, Baraka.
All right?